enormous. Throw this bag on you, get this cash to you, it's enormous. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, it's enormous. Throw this bag on you, get this cash to you, it's enormous. Oh yeah, it's enormous. Oh yeah.
What up, though? This is episode 203 of the iHeartMikoPodcast. Today is February 18th, 2020. I'm Miko Grimes. Joining me is my sidekick, Hustle. What's up, Hustle?
What up, though? Goddamn. You know what time it is. My favorite time of the year.
Just doing this episode anyway. I'm on vacation. Like, what the fuck? I shouldn't even be doing this. But I couldn't let the All-Star game go by without us giving our feedback, since we talked about it last week. And there was also some NBA free agency moves, technically some buyouts that took place that shook the league up a little bit. Let's talk about the buyouts first, because we don't have a whole we're going to get into all the details of All-Star weekend, but I want to talk about the buyouts first. So I only saw three. I don't know how many you saw, but I only saw three major buyouts, and those three were Reggie Jackson to the Clippers,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Green to the Rockets, and DeMarre Carroll to the Rockets. First of all, I was pissed off about Jeff Green because I was really hoping that the Lakers were going to get him. I've been talking to him. I'm out here thirsty, Hustle. We ain't making no moves. We ain't doing shit. Are we cool? Are we good like this? Should I feel good?
I'd rather see hero LeBron than all these niggas we trying to sign. No.
Everybody's getting bodies, getting pieces. You know what I'm saying? You just don't understand. Like, late in the playoffs, people get tired. Injuries happen. It's always good to just have extra bodies that can get you buckets, something. And we just said, fuck it, we good? We good with what we got?
No friends.
Hey, no. I would be lying if I didn't say all those teams didn't make moves to make them better for their playoff run and for the playoffs. And I would want us to add pieces, us as meaning the Lakers. But it's just, and the only reason I would want us to add pieces for the regular season so we can have breaks and LeBron don't have to play heavy minutes. But in the playoffs, whatever minutes LeBron playing right now is not enough. We need more. So I feel like it's not in the playoffs, it's not going to matter. If LeBron is healthy,
it will matter though, because you're thinking about LeBron. Yes, I know he's going to be playing probably about 42 minutes a game, but I'm thinking about the other guys coming off the bench. Things happen, injuries happen, people go into slumps. There's mismatches that don't, add up with certain people. Like, I just feel like you can always add. You could always add something.
Yes, I'm saying the Lakers can add, but the Lakers adding would be for the regular season, to me. Like, I mean, it's players that can help them in the postseason, but I'm just being realistically honest. In the postseason, you got your person who's handling the ball all the time, which is LeBron. And you got your number one finisher in the post, which is Anthony Davis. Everybody else on the perimeter is kind of like, to me.
I disagree. Because let me tell you,
I've
watched many times when he was with Cleveland and he has to take that break late in the third quarter, rolling into the fourth. We might be up 10 points, and when he come back in, it's tied or we're down 2 because of who we subbed in when we had to give LeBron a break. Those people matter. They fucking matter big time.
No, we do need another ball handler, and that does matter. And those periods matter. But I feel like in the playoffs, Anthony Davis' minutes going to be longer.
Everybody
and his touch is going to be more, as well as Anthony Davis. And I feel like they still haven't figured out how they want to use Kyle Kuzma. So I feel like they from now to the playoffs, they're going to work on trying to figure out how they want to use Kyle Kuzma.
They didn't want him. They was trying to trade Kyle Kuzma, but they didn't want to give up everything everybody wanted for him. They don't want him. Big now, yeah, we got no choice but to.
That's what I said. That's, to me, that's the only really thing that if Kyle Kuzma can figure out a role and buy into a good role and find a good role to do with 24 minutes, 25 minutes, they'll be good.
That's not his job. That's not his job to figure out his minutes. You know that, right?
No, his role, I'm talking about his scoring.
That's not his
being
job.
able to be. Yeah, no, I'm saying is he scores when LeBron or Anthony Davis is out. And he looks like a good scorer. I feel like they got to try to find a way, the coaching staff, everybody got to try to find a way to make him a better scorer even when those two guys are playing.
Well, you know what? That comes with coaching. And if you can't figure it out, you've been trying to trade him, you obviously don't think it's possible. So what that mean?
I mean, we got question marks going into the playoffs. That's the question mark. But every team has question marks.
What do you think about the Clippers getting Reggie Jackson now? You know, a lot of people are, saying he robbed the Pistons. He wasn't worth the money, whatever. And now he's going to a Clippers team that is stacked at that guard position. They got a lot already there. How they going to use him? Is this a good move?
I mean, it goes to what you're saying. They got another veteran player that can play, another body that fits the mold because, I mean, they got, Paul George is injury prone. Kawhi Leonard is injury prone. So for them, I feel like they really need it. They need to make sure they have the bodies, for what they're trying to do. They're focused on winning the championship, and that's what's needed. The depth is helping. The depth is what makes the Clippers dangerous. Like, they got a bunch of guys that can play basketball.
Now, Jeff Green to the Rockets with this small ball and DeMarre Carroll also. What do you think changes for the Rockets now? Does this also enhance this small ball game that they're trying to play? Jeff Green, I like I told you, I wanted him. You don't think we needed him. Why?
I mean, because he played around the same. He played that 3-4 position. He plays the 3-4 position. Playing him at the 3-4 position takes away from them trying to figure out what they want to do with Kyle Kuzma. It's like, okay, if you get him, it's like you're giving up on Kyle Kuzma. You're giving up on. They all kind of play in the same position. I feel like it's difficult. If he can't be a tough defender, we need adding guys that can try to do what Jeff Green does is not helpful in somebody that can be a tough-minded defensive player, like a Trevor Ariza or somebody would be.
But don't you think that the chemistry matters?
I don't know. I don't like the way Jeff Green plays basketball, man. That's just being honest. I feel like he's a good player. He got good height. He has the athleticism. He has everything. But it's just something missing when you watch him play. To me, it's just something missing about his game when you watch him play that doesn't, it doesn't transfer onto the basketball court. So I'm not a fan of. I don't know. I'm not a fan of guys who don't bring a tough defensive. He doesn't. It's like he's stuck in no man's land. He's a no man's land basketball player.
Respect.
He can be. You look at him like, he's 6'9", 40-something inch vertical. He can shoot. He can run. He can jump. He should be at least borderline superstar. It's like when he's he's choosing. It looks like when you look at him, it's like he's choosing to be a role player.
Everybody ain't got it,
Yeah,
they got enough to be there. They just don't have it.
Yeah. So if a person chooses to be a role player, and you look at them and say they could be more, I don't feel like they made to win the championship. Because to win the championship, you got to give your all.
It's hella people that won championships that wasn't giving their all.
I don't know. You got to name it to me, then we can debate that.
It's a lot of Cavaliers came from Cleveland, but we're gonna move on because that's a story for another day. Kevin Love.
He gave his all. He played hard. He just wasn't as good as advertised. Don't do
I don't
that.
think he played his all.
Oh no, I just watched it. Today and yesterday. NBA TV. You can watch the NBA Finals from 2000 all the way to now. I just watched that whole series games. With him down 3-1.
I watched several whole games. Apparently, I seen whole shit.
Oh no, I'm saying he's not tough, but he's giving his all. We ain't looking at Kevin Love saying he got a 40-inch vertical. He's supposed to be dunking on motherfuckers.
I ain't say he was supposed to do none of that. You just said it. He's not tough. He's a pussy.
Yes, but we don't expect him to be tough. We know he's not tough.
You just said those type of guys don't win basketball games. So
no, I didn't say no. He's not that type. I didn't say tough. Jeff Green, I said, doesn't play to his potential. Doesn't play to his. No, Jeff Green got the physical attributes to be tough. Jeff Green got all the attributes. If you look at a Rudy Gay, Jeff Green, LeBron James, they all have the same level of at 6'8", 40-inch vertical, strong. What separates them? That's what I mean. Kevin Love is a 6'9", unathletic white guy that doesn't move fast laterally, doesn't move fast, doesn't get high vertically. That's totally different. He doesn't perform well based on limitations, not game.
I think that we're talking about the exact same thing, and just because Kevin Love is white, you give him a pass. That's what I think.
No, he has limitations. What are Jeff Green's limitations?
That he's not tough. Period.
No, Jeff Green limitations not tough. Jeff Green limitations, it looks like he don't take the game serious. He don't care about being great. It's not that he ain't tough.
I disagree.
He don't.
I disagree.
Yeah, that doesn't mean no. He like like Tim Thomas, like all those other guys. They don't care about being great.
Just compare him to Tim Thomas. That was very disrespectful. Because I know what you think of him. What do you think about the Rockets? Has anything changed for them adding these two guys? Do you give them any more hope of getting to the Western Conference Finals adding these two new bodies? Has anything changed?
Yeah, those two guys they added guys that could possibly help them win a game in the playoffs. You know, it all comes down to when you get to the playoffs, you want to win a game or two. They add some guys that are, DeMar Carroll is a tough-minded defender. Jeff Green fits their style of play for what they're trying to do as far as the small ball goes. We just got to see if D'Antoni going to play a deep roster. Usually in the playoffs, D'Antoni goes to 8 guys and just stick with them throughout the rest till they lose. So I don't know if this year he's going to try to play 12 guys or 10 guys because he got more guys that can actually play in this style of play. And that may give them a better chance because they can throw bodies at you with a frantic pace, and where a team's going to get tired, team's going to get, it looks like they got a chance. That's what they're trying to do. That's what my thinking process is. So I'm excited. I feel like they got a chance to go to the Western Conference Finals.
This is sick. This is crazy how on one end you could say that, that Jeff Green is just not the guy. He just, doesn't win. And now he's to the Rockets, and now you like, well, you know what? With him added, they could probably get to the championship.
Yes, because he ain't getting in the – Jeff Green doesn't play the same position as their two best players. Their two best players are Russell Westbrook and James Harden. Jeff Green doesn't play a position that can interrupt with their minutes and what they got going on.
Who are the two best players on the Lakers that play the 3 and the 4?
No, with LeBron James, they're considered the way their team is constructed. Their best players are LeBron James.
Not the 3 and the 4.
They consider that's how they present Kyle Kuzma. That's how they present Kyle Kuzma.
LeBron is playing the 1. What are you talking about?
LeBron played the 1.
Yes.
But when LeBron not playing the 1, Rondo's playing the 1. And he's at the 3.
Right, and so
that's 20 something. So that minutes when he's playing the 3, you already got his minutes at the 3, Kyle Kuzma coming out the bench playing the 3, and then whoever you got starting at the 3. I feel like it disrupts what they got going on when they already saying that they need to try to find a way to increase Kyle Kuzma minutes.
Kyle Kuzma will probably go to the starting lineup.
Kyle Kuzma?
If they were to get Jeff Green, yeah.
Oh, no, he can't start. No.
You're contradicting yourself, but it's all good.
So how am I? Just tell me this. Tell me how am I contradicting myself? James Harden and Russell Westbrook played the 1 and
I don't want to tell you. I actually want to move on because I don't want this to be a long episode. So let's move on. We agree to disagree. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? All right, moving on. So All-Star game, All-Star weekend took place in Chicago. The entire weekend appeared to be a tribute to Kobe Bryant, which obviously is proper and should have happened. You were texting me earlier. You wanted to talk about the All-Star celebration versus the Super Bowl. I feel like that's an easy discussion only because the All-Star game, All-Star, just the NBA in general is black.
Blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black.
It's black. It's about black culture. It's in February. You're gonna see lots of Black History Month things and just black. The owners take a step back and allow their players to be black and to represent being black and talk about how much they love their game and how black their game is. And it happens like seamlessly, and Super Bowl is just not about black. It has nothing to do with black people. They don't care about us. The only thing they need us for is to play the game. Okay? Period.
No, but I was just more strictly speaking on the city, how they represented the city.
What do you mean?
Like how you were stating that in Miami, the Super Bowl, they should have had a Miami rapper or something, or one Miami rapper, whatever it may be, or something. Yeah. They represented Latin culture, but they didn't represent the city like Chicago.
Miami is truly black, and the Super Bowl is not.
I know, but you should have had Trick Daddy. Like you were saying, we could have had Trick Daddy perform, even though it is black. But they had Common, they had Chan, everybody who they did was history was made.
Dame Lillard performed. He rapped at the All-Star game, like the first current balling ass athlete to perform at All-Star. That is incredible.
It was dope. That's what I mean. Another example.
It's black. The All-Star weekend, the NBA is black. It's black. And that's all you're going to get. And it's not a diss at anything non-black. It's simply black.
If I woke up and I was anything other than black, I would be completely jealous.
Like, the players run the league. What they like, what entertains them, what's cool to them, that's who's going to perform. And the NFL, they don't have any choices. They don't get a say. Just show up, put your uniform on, put your jersey on. Don't be too ghetto, and make us these billions of dollars.
Oh, so you think the NBA players have a say on what goes on for the halftime performance and everything? They got an input.
They have a say in every single thing that goes on in their entire league every day, game by game. You don't see NFL players wearing "I can't breathe" shirts or representing anything pro-black. Like, they'll fuck around and fine them for it. Okay. And I mean, I guess a good. Somebody might argue that, oh, well, yeah, because All-Stars in Black History Month, that's why. But you see this all year in the NBA, not just in February. It's all year round.
That is, they do. I guess they support the black people. I just feel like, I don't know. I guess we'll see when it's the next few All-Star games are in Utah. So.
Watch it be black as a mother.
So let's see. I want to see what it's like in those two.
Yeah. It's still going to be black. It's still going to be black. As long as we're there, it's going to be a cool event. We make everything cool. We do. That's just what we do, And so let's talk about the three-point contest. You picked Buddy Hield to win. Finally, y'all. Hustle, finally. He got it.
Hey, everybody pay homage. The black group is 1-0 for the dark skins. Okay, yeah, I called it.
First of all, Buddy Hield is not dark skinned, but okay.
What is he?
Brown. He's a regular old brown. He's not dark skinned.
He ain't light skinned. 1-0 for us.
Yeah, he's right in the middle. Yeah.
You in the middle. He's darker than you.
I'm lighter than him, but he's in the middle. I'm not in the middle. I'm not going to act like I'm in the middle. I know I'm not.
Who's in the middle?
I'm in the middle. But he is definitely not dark skinned. So stop trying to Stop trying to take a W for that.
Yeah, one though. I told the cool kick I picked the dark skinned guy.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
I'm rooting for everybody black.
Put on the show.
Whatever. Did you see Trae Young come out and just, what was he, nervous?
I mean, I was finna say this is first All-Star, but man, I don't know. It looked like the nightlife got a hold of him or something.
He might have been out. Nah. That's one thing I could tell you, like, about shooters. You can shoot, you can fucking shoot. If you drunk, you hungover, whatever. It's not like it's a game. Like, you just shooting a ball. Like, you know, when you a shooter, that shit just goes. So the only thing that I could think of, honestly, was just nerves. Because you already know you got to get at least a 20 to get to the next round. Like, that's just how it's been going. You know, and I was so shocked.
He had some bad misses, too.
Yeah, I was just like, what? It was just weird. But Buddy, he deserved to win the 3-point competition. I thought it was probably my favorite of all the, not the game, but of all the competitions, the dunk, the skills challenge, the 3-point is just hands down the best.
It was hot.
Yeah, it was hype. The dunk contest.
Paradise.
Now, the dunk contest, there's controversy. So Aaron Gordon appeared to be snubbed twice. Now, I'm going to get your opinion on if you thought he's been snubbed twice. And your opinion also on if Dwyane Wade should have been a judge. First, Aaron Gordon, did he get snubbed?
Yes.
You know who I picked. So
You picked Dwight Howard.
I did. I thought I picked DJJ. Didn't I change it?
No, you didn't. You said, I want to. You picked Dwight Howard because you said he was dark-skinned.
Didn't I say I want to pick DJJ?
You did, but you didn't pick him. You didn't.
I got to go back and listen again.
Yeah,
right
I
now,
remember. I actually remember because we were both saying, "Ooh," I said, "Well, I'm sticking with Aaron Gordon." You said, "I got Dwight."
I feel like he got hosed a little bit. He did. He got hosed in overtime. I feel like Derrick Jones probably should have won before it got to overtime, but he got hosed. I don't know.
Why should he have won before?
I like that.
Had 5-5.
I like Derrick Jones' dunks better. I just feel like they should have did a different way of judging. They probably need to change the way they judge the contest, but I just like Derrick Jones dunks.
They did a lot of very similar dunks, in my opinion. A lot of them were the same to me.
All their dunks were the same.
Yeah, I think the change they should make is I think that dunkers should be the judges. You pass dunk competition winners or participants should be the judges. I don't think old players judging their old team, that was too far. Dwyane Wade was clearly trying to get the win for his team. Like, it was not even a joke. It was dead ass. There should have been a tie, in my opinion.
Yes, they should have stopped it at a tie.
Just let it be a tie. I don't understand why there has to be a winner. If they both got the scores, just give them a tie. Why is there a dunk off? Why? So you can give somebody an advantage? That means you want to pick somebody. You see what I mean? You want to pick someone that you want. Because if it's ties across the board, then just let it be ties across the board. And
they got co-MVPs every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me. And now Aaron Gordon is saying he's not going to participate anymore. I think the dunk competition is washed. Like, we ain't seeing nothing new, nothing cool. It's hard to keep on inventing cool dunks. Like, it's just not, we've seen everything.
I used to feel that way. But each year, these dunkers have been doing some pretty interesting dunks. The contest should have been judged differently, but if we would have stopped the contest at the end of the championship round, it's great. Some of those dunks were some dunks I haven't seen or done on a skill level that was higher with the way they was, throwing it through the hoop, the veracity in which they were slamming, the way they was contorting their body, the way Aaron Gordon was contorting his body. It was some dunks that was pretty cool that I haven't seen before. I didn't expect.
I wasn't impressed. I didn't see anything where I saw some that, oh, that's pretty good, but not a single dunk made me jump out of my seat like back in the day when I would see something for the first time. I'm not impressed anymore. I'm just like, oh, yeah, he's black and he can jump really high.
But the 17-year-old, 16-year-old, they're impressed because they didn't see Michael Jordan and Dominique Wilkins. They might be a little bit more impressed and starstruck than we will be.
Maybe I'm just washed and old and I've seen everything. So the skills challenge was one. What's his name?
Bam.
Bam Adebayo, right? Adebayo. Bam
Yeah.
Adebayo. The skills challenge being won by a big man. Is that strange?
Not really.
Not with the way the NBA is moving, right?
Nah, what's the way the NBA moving? And I mean, this is skill challenge. It's not like something that takes 5 minutes. So you're doing this a quick, you know what I mean? You know, one round. Big men can shoot, can pass. That's just height. You know, our minds have grown past where you being big, you got to move slow, you can't have skill. Now we know our big man can do everything a guard can do.
Mm. Did you watch the rookie game?
A little bit of it.
I didn't really watch. I was shopping for this trip. By the way, I'm in Colorado on a family ski trip. I was shopping, doing way too much to catch the game, so I can't even discuss it. My bad. Not really. I don't.
Yeah, no, they wasn't impressive as I thought it would be. I was excited about both games, the rookie South and the USA versus Worlds, and they wasn't impressive as I thought they would be.
Did you watch the celebrity game?
Hell nah.
Now I watched the celebrity game.
About it. I can laugh.
So let me tell you, it's not a really entertaining game as far as game and skill.
No, about the celebrity looking a fool.
Yes, but let me just say this. So it's not like a big deal, but I used to low key have a little crush on Chance the Rapper. Like I used to have a celebrity crush. Let me tell you, it's funny. I never would have ever admit this until now. Like I'm admitting it now. And you know what? I think the crush was more just about him as a person, you know, as a black man, just how he stand up for his people, how he's working for his people, and you know, rap is obviously good as well. But I used to just have like a little crush on him, like, oh, you know, just something about him. Let me tell you, when I saw him in that basketball uniform, crush over.
Is it flabbergasted? It was flabbergasted.
You know what it is? He wears a hat a lot, and his hat, the way his hat sit on his head, it makes him have a really small, cute little face. When he didn't have a hat on, and it was a lot of forehead, and it made his face look super pale, and then his body is not
Flabbergasted.
No, he's not fat. Not fat. It's just not
athletic.
Yeah. Yo, my nigga. Yo, I truly love an athletic build. Like, that's just what it is. And I just assumed he had one in his clothes the way he looks. And he does not. And then the way he was moving, getting the ball, I was like, what was I thinking?
What that nigga done me?
Man, I just looked at him so differently. It was just so weird. And I was just like, ugh. It was just sad. But then when he performed later on, then at halftime, Boner came back suddenly. It was just like, oh, he's cute like this. Like, he's cute as a rapper on stage with a hat on, and he had on like some sweatpants and like a long sleeve tee or something, so you couldn't really see his body. It's his legs. I saw his legs, and I was just like, ugh. I was turned off a little bit. But
you know, when he get naked, he got to take the hat off.
I ain't even ever pictured him naked at all. But maybe I could have.
Yes, you did.
No, I never thought about what his body
when
looked
you
like.
see him with the uniform on,
I didn't picture him naked. That would have been too far. I just seeing him when I see certain people that I find attractive in clothes and stuff like that, and I see them in athletic gear, like tank tops or shorts or something, And it just shows you like their body structure, and you just be like, whoa. Because you don't have to be muscular or like super in shape in athletic gear. I've seen big niggas like AJ, for example. AJ, a big fat nigga. AJ looks good in athletic gear. Like it looked like he belonged in athletic gear, even though he's not swole or skinny, or, you know what I mean? But some people just don't rock it well. And when I was watching that celebrity, there was other people too, but I'm gonna lead up. I just wanted to address Chance because that's the only thing that was playing that I had like a little crush on, like a celebrity crush.
Big fat nigga.
Icy watch. But the celebrity game is just fun for me to just see people out of their natural element doing something, like sports. I think that it's brave, especially the people that can't play, just to get out there and just have fun and just entertain. It's just about entertaining and not taking yourself so seriously. That's all it's really about.
I don't know. Once I get to that point, they ask me to play. If I still got it, I'll play. If I ain't got it, I'm not going out there.
A lot of people never had it. A lot of people never had it.
I'm not going out there. If I never had it, I'm not stepping out there.
It's a celebrity game. Like I play in softball games and all these games. I'm an athlete, but I wasn't great at those games. You know what I'm saying?
Did you compare softball to basketball?
It's a celebrity softball game.
We take basketball seriously.
Oh, I can watch a charity game. I play in a lot of them.
No, I'm talking about us as men, like basketball is black. Like you said, the NBA is black. We don't stop baseball ain't black. So
you're missing my point. You're missing my point. I do not expect people. I don't even play at my highest level when I play in charity and celebrity games. I'm not out there like, okay, team, I'm out here with a bunch of people that can't even catch. Why would I even take it that serious? Like it's really. I would lose my mind if I played. I'm playing in one in April with Torrey Smith. Again, when I play in those games, it'd be a whole bunch of NFL players. I would lose all of these if I try to take the game serious with these niggas. Like, no.
Oh, the basketball. I don't know. When I watch the basketball games, all the players that think they can play, they're serious. T.O., Chris Brown.
That's because they actually think they can play. They can't play that great. They're not pros.
I know that.
I was a pro, so it would be crazy for me to even take it serious with a whole bunch of bums. Like, why? It's a waste of energy. You're going to get hurt like that. I just go out there, I get buckets. I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm not trying to get injured. I'm trying to get buckets, obviously, but it's just in a fun, healthy, cool way. Not in a serious, dead ass, I'm out. Nah. I don't do none of that. I've never been able to do that. That would be your dumb ass out there looking crazy, and then throw a pass and then go right out of bounds because you threw it to some fucking singer that don't know how to play basketball, and you yelling, "Why you catch the ball?" Like, nigga, my nails is done. Okay, shit.
Oh, serious out there.
So the All-Star game had a new. First of all, the MVP is now named after Kobe Bryant, which I think is incredible because Kobe took the All-Star game dead the fuck ass serious. And he was a little bit bothered that the first 3 quarters was just for fun. Now, this is different. These are actually all pros. I'm not talking about the celebrity game is not pros, Hustle. Calm down. Okay? This game is about fun first, laughing, kiki, haha, and the fourth quarter is supposed to be serious. But a lot of games is not because a lot of times people are getting blown out, and so then it's kind of not that fun. But the way they changed it to the 3 quarters being charitable quarters, whoever wins the quarters, those, charities get money. And the fourth quarter is called the Elam. Is it called the Elam rule? Yeah, it's called the Elam ending. What did you think about the change with the 3 quarters being scoring quarters and the fourth quarter, whoever scores 24 points past the highest score wins?
Man, that shit was awesome. I feel like it made the game competitive in another way. Like it made it where it kind of made it where you have the players accountable. To me, like if this format, if the game is not competitive, it's really on the players.
Mm-hmm.
because the way the format is set up, they set it up to where you have to be competitive or you don't care about winning. Because they changed what it takes to win to whereas now it's different. Yeah, there's no clock, we playing to this score. Who wanted to get to this score first?
It kind of reminds me of LA Fitness, or any 24-hour fitness or wherever, where it's like, to a point, not necessarily a time. And when you have a situation like that, the buckets matter more, like what you're doing with the ball. Whenever it's a clock, people do the dumbest shit, just like, oh, the clock's running out, whatever. Each point matters in this situation, so you can't be doing hoe shit. And you got to have people out there that's compatible, that understand what's going on. And I just enjoyed watching the guys take it serious. Like, niggas was trying to take charges, offensive fouls. Niggas was arguing crazy, like calls that you would never see argued in an all-star game. Like, it was so serious. And I thought it was great. And I thought it gave us an opportunity to see, like, almost like a street ball type of basketball.
Hey, you know how serious it was? It wasn't one sub.
No, it's not supposed to be. You don't need no sub.
One sub. That's when you know it pick up.
You don't got no sub when it pick up in the LA Fitness. Ain't no sub. Nigga.
No, you ain't taking me out the game. Ain't my fault. You just say like it was, so that's. Oh man, that shit made it. That's what made it. Oh yeah, no, bro. Yeah. Nah, shit. Yeah. Perfect.
I like that they had each team. Remember, I suggested they do the 2 and the 24 jerseys or whatever. That was a great idea. I thought that was good. Yeah, LeBron is 3-0 now since they've been allowing the players to draft their team. So he was just really trying to get the win. The only part I didn't like about the win, the ending, is the free throw. I think they need to change it to you can't win the game on a free throw. You just can't. If they want to, because if somebody is going to keep getting fouled, LA Fitness, you got to check it up. I think what they could do, this is just a suggestion for me, is you can, instead of getting a free throw, you got to shoot a live three. A live one, meaning miss is live.
Rebound, like the big three.
A three-pointer, though.
Yeah.
Yes. And make it live. So if you miss and the other team gets the rebound, like you line niggas up on the free throw line. Yeah, they out of here on you. Yeah. No free throw ending at all. You got to end it on a bucket. Period. That's because you don't. That's how the real street ball is. That's how LA Fitness is. All pickup games, and nobody ended on no free throw. I think that was one of the weaknesses of the game to me. But overall, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's the best game I've seen ever. Of All-Star. That's the best. That was better than the Stephon Marbury All-Star game to me.
Yeah, Kobe had suggested this when he was on Knuckleheads podcast not too long ago. But the true person that gets credit for this is Chris Paul, who a lot of people felt like maybe should have been in the MVP discussion. Chris Paul a year ago went to the commissioner and told him to try this last year. And so Chris Paul deserves credit for this, to be honest. And I think it was good. Ice Cube had to chime in. Let me tell you what he said. Ice Cube felt a little away. And, I get it because I don't get credit for all the things I say and do. So
you stole the idea, Ice Cube. You stole the big three idea for somebody. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. He said, for the record, and I'm going to leave it alone, I hope the NBA and the tournament and the Elam ending, I don't want a trophy or a medal, just a mention of the big three, proving that no game clock in the fourth would work in prime time. That's all. That's what he said.
No prime time in the fourth will not work. You got to have a clock in a playoff in those type of games. A celebrity game, yes, but all star games,
real games. Yeah.
And on another note, you stole the idea from somebody else. Quit acting like you said her concocted this idea on your own and came up with it. Somebody else had an idea, didn't have as much money, pool, and connections as you had.
Well, in his defense, he did say at the big three. He didn't really say himself. He did say the big three.
Okay, that's true. Okay, yeah.
So we'll give him that. Now,
I'm a Cube fan. I'm a Cube fan.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. No.
Yeah. I had said something on my Instagram story about having an issue with the free throw. And there's a page I follow called Ballers Tribune. If you guys want some good, insight of sports, they do a good job over there. I follow them. And I just didn't happen to see this post, but somebody tagged me on it, and I wanted to give them credit for this because I was like, Kobe would not approve of ending the game on a free throw. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, okay, yeah, that was a foul, but it's just not how it should go. And Ballers Tribune posted this, and it said, 80 ending on a free throw turned out to be a great Mamba tribute. So many of Kobe's greatest moments came from the free throw line. His first point, his 81st point, his legendary post-Achilles rupture basket, his final basket of his entire career, and Kobe betting $500,000 on making a free throw mid-game. Do you remember that when he was talking shit?
Yeah.
So I feel it now because at first I was like, Kobe would not approve. I still don't think he would want the game to end on a free throw. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But he would definitely say a win is a win. He would say that no matter what, free throw or not. Kobe would say a win is a win. So I think that, it was fair. It was in Kobe's memory,
My thing about the free throw is I don't mind it because what if it would have been somebody like LeBron would have went to the free throw line and missed both free throws?
Ooh.
And it didn't end on the free throw. Then the other team got the ball and they went down court and won the game. We just having a conversation now based on this one outcome.
Yeah. And what I also liked about the game is, like I said before, there was a lot of blowouts in other All-Star games. And what happens now in this game is nobody wanted to be far from the lead going into the fourth quarter because let's say because it ended in 157, 155, but let's say the score was like 100 to 130. That's how it normally is sometimes, in this game. So the other team only has to get 154 points, and the other team has to get 54 points to win. So if you really want to win, it's got to be, even though it's still supposed to be fun, even the first three quarters was still very competitive because both teams did not want to be far from that lead because that means you fucked it and you can't mamba out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't mamba out like that if you bullshit in those other quarters. So I enjoyed it. I really liked that the players took it dead serious.
Yeah, it went from preseason to postseason and quick.
Yes. And speaking of Ice Cube, we're not done talking about All-Star, but I just want to throw this out there. So the Big Three's tryouts are coming up May 15th through 17th. It's happening in Los Angeles for 2 days. You can sign up. They've dropped the age from 27 to 22 now. You do not have to have any professional sports experience whatsoever, including basketball. You don't have to have played any sports at all professional, nothing. You could just be coming in. They will take your money to try out. And then the draft happens right after that. This includes females also, by the way. So anybody wanting to try their luck at the Big Three, a lot of people be talking a lot of shit saying what they could do. It's open now. You know what I'm saying? You got your little five. I'm not sure, but I think it might be about $500 to try out. I think. Don't quote me on that. But that the Big Three is wide open for everybody, 22 and up now. No experience needed. I can't wait to see who try out. I really just want to see if some niggas that I know that be talking shit are gonna try out. Me?
Yeah.
Not try out? Fuck.
No, go to it.
No, I don't want to go to it. It's not open to the public anyway. The draft is, but the tryout isn't. No, I don't want to go to that shit. I'm gonna watch. It's on TV. It's on social media and everything. I'm gonna watch and just see what happens or whatever. I think it's making it more thirsty now a little bit. Like, I just like the older age of it. Now it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to expand it. Maybe, but my problem is I've been on the inside. That's the problem. I know all of their dirty little secrets. I know all the negatives about the league, and I don't speak about it because I'm not trying to be negative, I'm not trying to hate, but they have a lot of fucking work to do before they start trying to expand this league and making it bigger. They got a lot of shit they need to do. Let's just leave it at that. They doing too much. Y'all being thirsty. and y'all fuck around and fuck up a good thing. So I think personally, me, I would slow down. I would keep the rules exactly as they are right now. Perfect what we have now. Get all the T's crossed, all the I's dotted. There's a lot of them not. And it has nothing to do with what's happening on the court. It's the behind the scenes, it's production, directing, all that shit that people don't see that's not up to par yet, that needs work.
So you think the age limit should not be down? They should keep the age limit back up?
They shouldn't open it up to everybody just yet. You know what I mean? Get the league running smoothly with the NBA players only type of thing, or, overseas ballers only first. Allow those guys, because now it's like, who's going to want to come now? It's a free-for-all. You know what I mean? Like, you were trying to get, like, retired players, legends, not just guys that didn't make rosters or, nobodies. They was trying to talk Kobe into playing in it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose all those guys now that you opening your booty holes to everybody. Come on, now it's not a NBA thing anymore.
That makes total sense. So you feel like Ice Cube and them has thinking that they've done enough where it's big enough to where they can take that next step and add whoever they want to come.
Correct.
And not lose the NBA side that they already built.
Yeah. I just think they're going to discourage more NBA retired players from playing, because it's just like, now you drop the 22. A lot of these guys that want to play aren't in shape like that no more. Like, they can't keep up with these athletic 22-year-olds. You know what I mean? And so, go ahead.
But in another perspective from it, though, is you can look at it like, say, Joe Johnson and those guys who want a chance to still go play in the NBA. If there's some young guys that they're competing against, some young athletic competition they're competing against, a defender to stand in front of, it may give them a better chance of making it look like they can still play in the NBA.
I doubt it. I think that the NBA, if they want you, they want you. That's it. Period. It's not going to be because they saw you in the big three. Like, I think the reason Joe got that look, it was because it was like damn, let's take a good look. But why sign to the Pistons? They're going nowhere. Joe Johnson, you supposed to be chasing a ring or something on a team being great. You went on a team that was going nowhere. That's why they got rid of you. They don't want to pay you because they're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're not going anywhere. He should have been picked up by a team that was trying to, like, give him a better send-off in a way out of the league.
Like Portland did Carmelo.
Yeah, like come on. Like, that's why I was like, why are you signing with Detroit? What? They don't even need you. They're not doing anything. But hey, that's just me. I mean, it might be a great thing. It might turn out to be amazing. I might have to be like, you know what, I like it now. But right now, just hearing it, I don't like it. I think they have lots of other work to do to get the league performing properly and better, and also getting some of those greats, those guys in that they've been trying to tug at to get in there, like the Gilbert Arenases and, those kind of players. And you already see Gilbert, he can't move like that. Now you see y'all get a whole bunch of 22-year-olds out here. He might be like, peace, I'm out. I want to see the Hibachi never got heated up last year for real. He didn't take it serious. And now I feel like this.
That's what I'm saying. Those guys now that they know it's even got younger.
Or they might not play.
I think they want that check. I just heard me say
Gilbert Arenas don't need no $10,000.
That's Gilbert. That's one person. It's somebody.
You need those guys on the rosters for people to watch. Ain't nobody coming to watch a bunch of niggas they never heard. It's just not gonna happen. Yeah. It's just not gonna happen.
We'll see if a lot of those guys even get a chance to make it. That could just be a money grab.
That's what I'm hoping. If they thanks y'all.
If they can get 20,000 people to come pay $500, and you do the math, or 10,000 times 500, how much it costs, it could be something like that. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. So, anyways, some of the performances I wanted to just touch on real quick. The Dr. Dre tribute to Kobe. It was amazing. It was incredible. I'm tired of the tributes. I'm over them because I just get emotional and I start running it back all in my head and I start just like, damn, like, fuck, Kobe really gone. Like he's really gone. And then who did it? Jennifer Hudson. Did you see hers?
Yeah.
Aiden had so many questions. First of all, he was like, "Why does she keep saying the same words over and over?" And I was like, "Aiden, that's how the church music is. They say, and he was just like, because he didn't get it. He's like, she keeps saying the same words, and I'm like, it's church music. What does that have to do? Why you still say the same words? I'm like, this is just how it is, Aiden. But the way she sings, oh my God, like, oh, that voice is incredible. Man, and then we roll out of that into Shaka Khan, dog. Why she do us like that?
Yeah. Boy, kids are the worst.
Aiden was like, ugh. Is that how the song goes?
I'm sorry. That shit is so funny.
I'm with somebody tweaking the song. First of all, you know I don't stand for fuck the whole national anthem, the Pledge of Allegiance, all of that. But I enjoy good music. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy a tweak if it's a good one.
Bruh.
This was awful. This reminded me of Fergie. You know when Fergie did the fucking national anthem, dog? She destroyed that shit.
Bro.
Shaka Khan is a legend, an icon. Like she is. I feel for you. Like I jam her shit to this day. Okay, she should never sing that shit ever again, dog. Dub Shaka Khan. I don't care that you're from Chicago. Yeah.
And I was thinking she was the one on the Masked Singer.
She can sing, though. She can fucking sing.
I'm sorry. Say,
She can sing, but that shit was
I know you
awful.
was going to say something about this. That shit was wrong.
That shit was fucking awful. Do you know what else I thought was awful but funny as a motherfucker, too? They asked Giannis why he didn't draft James Harden. Do you know what he said?
Oh, my God. That was
I didn't draft
calm.
him because I wanted someone who passed the ball.
Say, man. No. Did you see the press conference after the game?
Yes, he shit on him again. You think it's something personal? Like Harden got to get them niggas 80. Because that nigga, when he came out and said, "Oh, the strategy on offense was whoever Harden was guarding, go at him."
Hey, I'm talking about he was shooting shots like that was kind of. We have not seen a player take shots at another player. Then they both playing, they both stars.
The two most recent MVPs.
Come on, man. Hey, he's talking that shit. I like it.
I'm just salty that they ain't gonna meet in the playoffs. That's when it would have been fun. You know? You never know what. Nigga, I'll throw this phone. This damn computer. You talk about the Rockets going to the fucking championship. No. If that happens, my nigga, the league will be forever changed. Forever.
Boy, that shit happened. I'm mad at LeBron. I'm like, I'm about to quit my fans. I'm leaving the fans.
I'm be mad at the Clippers too. Shit. They get by them.
Yeah.
The worst part about the entire All-Star weekend was, first of all, that it was in Chicago and the temperature. But that ain't the worst part. The worst was, did you hear, first of all, weed is legal recreationally in Chicago now. Did you hear that none of the clubs allowed any smoking in the club of weed?
Oh, you serious?
All the players all over social media pissed. Like, I'm not coming back to Chicago. Fuck these clubs. These niggas is not letting us smoke. And they was like, I'm talking about like strictly enforced.
Why?
Honestly, I don't know.
But we illegal there.
And it's the All-Star weekend. You know the whole league smoking. And even if the players that ain't smoking, all the people that are retired that are coming are smoking.
They smoking. What? Oh, I would be mad. I'd have got kicked out of the club. I know I'd have got kicked out.
Yeah, so what I heard ended up happening is a lot of the pre-organized club functions was a dub. People started having private parties, just like, fuck it, private party. Pull up here. You had to be on a list. Like, you had to be in the loop to even get invited to
That's
this
why everybody, I had like 3-4 people say something about that. I happen to know somebody to get in the parties or something on the.
Yeah, that's where you could get your weed off because they were not letting it happen in the clubs. So I think that Chicago, y'all can kick rocks for that. That was some dumb shit. Whoever agreed to that, that was rude. That was rude.
20, 30 years before we see Chicago again.
Right. Let's get into some news before we get out of here. Are you done with All-Star? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I'm done with the All-Star.
All right, so we some other things in the news. Chris Bosh did not make the first ballot Hall of Fame. He wrote a little speech on Twitter. I don't care to read it. Did you think that his snub? First of all, I think there was 4 coaches, but also 4 players. Kobe, obviously, rest in peace. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Tamika Catchings, well deserved. Tamika Catchings was underrated, fucking hooper. And 3 coaches. Did you think that Bosh was snubbed? Did you think he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I think he done enough. I feel like the basketball Hall of Fame is not as strenuous as the NFL Hall of Fame. I feel like based on the other people, Yao Ming making it, Bill Walton, other people making it, I feel like he should have made it based on what he's done for the league. Yes, I feel like he should have made it. You don't think so?
No, I do. I truly do. And I think I never even watched the Raptors play until, I didn't even watch when Vince Young was playing there. I just didn't. Not Vince Carter. Vince Young. Yeah, I didn't even watch too much when he was there because I was kind of low-key sorry. But when Bosh went there, I actually watched, and they still wasn't great, but I actually watched him. He put the team on the map for real. Not to discredit
Vince Carter.
Not to discredit him, but Bosh put Toronto on the map. 11 All-Stars. Then he went to Miami and got 2 championships. He might have done even better had he not gotten those blood clots and had to end his career. You never know what could have happened in his career. He might have fucked around and went back to Cleveland with LeBron or to the Lakers now, like anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have done so much more with his career. And I feel like he probably would have put himself in a position to win another championship because even though he was able to be a one, like a star, he's way better as a second and third option and would have been a great asset to any of these teams around the league had he not gotten those blood clots. And I feel like maybe he got snubbed because his career ended short. And that's not fair.
I was thinking that, and I was like, yo, that's still not fair. But if that's the case, Yao Ming shouldn't have made it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Bill Walton because he won an MVP. He won a championship in college. He won a championship in the NBA. It makes sense. Okay, I got you, Bill Walton. But, I think Chris Bosh was an all-star 10 seasons. Was it 10, 11 seasons?
11 out of his 13.
Yeah. And then he had a whole bunch of more seasons left. He wasn't even close to being done.
Right.
I feel like just 11 all-star appearances alone, to me, is enough to warrant consideration. 17,000 points, that's enough to warrant consideration. So, yeah, I feel like
almost averaged 20 points a game for his whole career, and that came with playing with Dwyane Wade and LeBron James. Like, it's tough.
And coming in as a 19-year-old. It's a big as a 19-year-old. So, he's done something to me, he's from Dallas, so, I got to represent.
Oh, God, here we go. I knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah.
Other controversial news. Charles Barkley doing what he does best, not appear black, Charles Barkley was asked, let me read the question because I want to be clear. He was asked, it wasn't just him. Let's be clear. It wasn't just him. It was the whole TNT cast. All of them was asked, was it appropriate to bring up the allegations against Kobe from 2003? And Barkley said, you have to tell the picture in totality. We're not trying to paint Kobe as a hero. We understand what happened in Colorado. He had a flaw that we all know about. Before he said all that, he tried to say Kobe Bryant's one of the best basketball players ever. What was the question again?
Do we have to mention that shit?
In an interview as a reporter.
Period. They're mentioning Kobe now.
Do you have to?
No.
You don't.
Ever. Like, it don't.
He was not found guilty of anything.
It don't matter. It's just like you don't have to mention nothing with his mom and daddy or certain things. No, you don't have to mention none of that stuff because that's some things about him that we're not privileged to know about.
Yeah, but that's not what he said. He said, we understand what happened in Chicago. How you understand? You was there? You was there?
Colorado.
And he said, we're not trying to paint Kobe as a hero. You're not. I think he is. I think what people don't understand is that Kobe has done a lot of things behind the scene he never even talks about. You would have to talk to people that know Kobe to know all the philanthropy, all the selfless acts that he's done in his entire career to have nothing to do with being on a basketball court. That's hero shit to me. That's icon. That's legend. And to see, this was my issue. Charles Barkley always got a donut in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? A donut, a foot, whatever. My issue is these other niggas just sat there and let him cook the homie. And didn't even defend him. Didn't even say, okay, you're going too far. Nobody even said he wasn't guilty. What if we all were judged by things people accuse us of? I was accused of beating up 4 cops. What should that be something that somebody keeps bringing up? The cops wouldn't even testify. Same way this girl wouldn't even testify. Like, it's off my record. Why would anybody want to bring that up talking about me and my death?
It doesn't make sense. And you can't defend it, prove it, disapprove it. I mean, it's just no point. There's no room for it. To me, it's no room for it.
Why didn't Shaq speak up?
I told you. Like I said, man, I feel like Shaq loved him as a teammate or whatever their relationship is. But it could be for one day on TNT, they're on the set, so they're probably entitled to have their opinion. And I still feel like he may have a little different feelings toward him in real life behind closed doors.
Well, then don't cry on TV, okay? Don't get all emotional when he died. Don't act like, there's my brother, man. We was family. We was blood. Don't do all that then, because you have an opportunity. We all have an opportunity, a moral obligation to do what's right. And when you see somebody who doesn't deserve this getting dogged like that, I just feel like you should say something.
But then again, they can show that viewpoint and feel like people have a right to discuss that and talk about that because that could be their mindset as well. That I just don't share that mindset, and you don't as well. You can say
that somebody can talk about it, but you can sit there and say he wasn't a hero. You can sit there and say we know what happened. You can sit there and say, what else did this nigga say? He has a flaw that we all know about. What flaw?
Yeah,
what's the flaw? You trying to call him a rapist? Is that what you're saying?
He used the wrong word. He probably don't even know what the definition of hero is. If you ask most people what's the definition of hero, they probably can't even tell you.
What flaw does Kobe have that we all know? What's the flaw? Raping women? Taking pussy?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. He looked like he don't know the definition of the word flaw as well.
People that take pussy don't do it one time. They don't. They don't take pussy one time if they have a problem with it. So for you to sit there and say that that's a Kobe flaw, you're a piece of shit. You are a whole piece of shit. And and this is another thing that make me mad. Not make me mad, but I'm just sad at the platform. Steven Jackson was visibly bothered by this comment. He made multiple posts on his Instagram, and it sounded like he wanted to say some shit to basically be like, nigga, what if somebody said this about you, like some shit from Barkley, but he didn't say it. And I think he's trying to be like some G shit, like not snitching. That's a perfect opportunity to snitch, in my opinion. When you see a nigga doing some fuck nigga shit like that, me personally, like that, like when I seen Stephen A. Smith doing shit, I always shoot at his ass with the shit I know about. That nigga's married, he had a wife, he beat her ass and covered it up. Nigga, I'm gonna keep on saying it, and I hope that shit come out one day too, because I believe it's very true. But that's a perfect opportunity to check niggas. Like, you not perfect, my nigga. I'm pretty sure Barkley's had some shit that slid under the rug that we all don't know about, but other people know about.
Fuck shit that came out in public, not slide under the rug. He had public accusations and public crimes and things that he's done. So,
but he don't consider them bad because they weren't rape.
It don't matter what it was. He had poor word usage, his thought process. He doesn't think before he speaks a lot of times. And a lot of things that he said in that instance were wrong, incorrect. Regardless of it being his opinion, they were incorrect.
And nobody said anything. And that's what bothers me, that nobody said anything. Sometimes it's good to not say something. And Lil Boosie, your homie, Lil Boosie might have wanted to not say anything. So you saw the video, right?
Dwyane Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male, a 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have shit figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16, and fall in love with her. But his dick be gone. How you gonna... Like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his dick off, bro. Like, don't address him as a woman, dog. He's 12 years old. He's not up there yet. He hasn't made his final decisions yet. Don't cut his fucking dick off, Dwyane Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog.
You saw the video.
Yes.
Lil Boosie is upset and alleging that because Dwyane Wade has come out and said that his daughter, first of all, Dwyane Wade has said he taught his kids about gay and straight. That's it. That's the only thing he ever really informed them on. That's all he knew. And his now daughter had to educate them on the different types of trans. And she's trans girl, female trans, meaning she wants to be a female, but she wants to date men. So Boosie
You said she, or you said she or he?
She.
Who? He or she?
Daughter. His daughter is a she. She's a she now. She wants to be called Zaya.
Oh, it's a man that wants to be called a boy that wants to be called a girl.
12-year-old, yes.
And well, say that. Don't say she. No, it's a boy that wants to be called a girl.
Yes.
Okay.
She feels like she was born in the wrong body.
He feel like he was born in the wrong body.
Okay, yeah, fuck off. Hustle. So Boosie says that at 12 years old, you can't make that type of decision. You shouldn't even be thinking about that type of decision, and that he might meet a 16-year-old girl or a high school girl or whatever that might make him fall in love. Don't cut his dick off. That's all he kept saying, is don't cut his dick off. Did Dwyane Wade ever say he was cutting his son's dick off?
I gotta find an article. He said something about he thought about removing this part for him because he said he wanted to be a girl.
I want to see that because I ain't seen it.
I'm looking for it. I want to make sure I see this.
I need to see that because I never heard him say anything about removing the dick. But where Boosie is also hypocritical is he is on record saying that he's trying to get his 14-year-old son some pussy. So
how's that hypocritical?
You said at that age they're not able to make those type of decisions.
About pussy?
About
Getting
sex.
pussy and picking a gender is two different things.
No, the child wants a penis. The child wants to have sex with a male. That's a decision. Having sex, period, is a decision. Whether it's with a male or a female is a decision. And he said that you're not of age to be making sexual decisions. You're not ready. So what? At 14? At 14?
That's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
He wasn't saying like sexual decisions, saying his son or whatever y'all want to, a son or daughter, however you want to identify her. He wasn't saying that she couldn't have sex or he couldn't have sex, or he wasn't saying the person couldn't have sex. He was just saying the person don't know what they want, what they want to be like, as far as saying like this person being. Hold on, let me finish. He was saying the person could say they gay now, and then all of a sudden at 15, 16 say they not gay no more. Be like old dudes say they were delivered. Yeah,
so why can't his son be? Why would he just assume his son wants pussy at 14? You don't know that?
I'm saying no. He's saying cut his dick off. That's what the point he talking
about. You
did
not hear Dwyane Wade say anything about
but I'm saying that, but we're basing it. That's what we're basing Boosie's conversation on.
I'm basing it on Boosie being a fucking
idiot. Well, let's look it up now, man. Let's look it up
He's being a fucking idiot because you have not heard Dwyane Wade.
I didn't say that he was an idiot.
I'm saying you didn't hear him say anything about cutting a dick off. And also, if you're going to buy your son some pussy at 14, what if Dwyane Wade wants to buy his daughter some dick at 14? What's the difference?
A boy wants a boy, wants a girl.
No, it's still buying sex. It's still underage.
We're not questioning what it is. It's two different things, though.
No, it's not. It's
sex. A male and it's a female.
It's sex. Sex.
No, it's not just sex. It's a male having sex and it's a female having sex. You can try to parlay it in the way that you want to, like the media do, but no, it's not the same. Nobody raises their son and daughters the same way. Period.
I didn't say anything about raising nobody.
That's the same thing.
I'm talking about
so we don't compare. So we don't compare son and daughter in those ways. Because we don't raise them.
You don't. All I'm saying is it would be the same thing. Would you feel the same way if Dwyane Wade had a daughter and he said, at 14 I'm gonna get my daughter some dick?
No, I wouldn't feel the same way. But we're not comparing. We're not comparing the same thing.
No, I'm saying comparing it to Boosie saying his son getting.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't pick how you want to break a conversation down. That's unfair. No, we're comparing a boy having sex and a girl having sex.
It's just sex. Why? Because it's not.
No, because it's a boy. We're talking about a boy having sex. We're talking about a girl having sex. I don't agree with. So just before I say this, I'm not saying I agree with what's right or what's wrong, because I don't look at everything in a right or wrong perspective. But I'm saying to you in this perspective, we don't raise our kids the same. We don't, the mentality that we teach our people, human beings, don't raise their sons the same way they raise their daughters. We don't teach them the same thing, is what I'm saying to you, even when it comes to sex. So regardless of what I'm saying, like even with males, when I was raised, my sisters, my nieces, they were taught, protect your pussy. Don't do this. Don't do this. You need to wait. With us as boys, we was taught to get some pussy.
Exactly. That's the problem. You don't think that's the problem?
Before I preface my comment, I said to you that I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you how we was raised.
It's actually wrong. You can't say I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's actually wrong. You can't tell a 14 and 15-year-old boy to go get some pussy because all you're doing is sending him to the 14 and 15-year-old little girls that you're saying, protect your pussy. That's stupid.
It's very stupid. I'm not questioning any of that. I'm just still stating what's the facts.
So your fact is Boosie is an idiot, a fucking idiot.
That means if Boosie is 100 million idiots.
Yes.
Because ain't
A lot of
nobody
people are idiots.
I can't. What I'm saying to you, I'm not questioning whether it's right or wrong, but I can't name 10 men that's telling their son, "Hey man, the first chick you be with, you need to marry her," or "Hey, you need to wait till you get married to have sex."
Marrying her?
Or, I'm saying.
Who's talking about getting married?
I'm stating the fact that we don't raise boys and girls. That's a bigger issue. So I'm not saying he's stupid or he's wrong. No, that's just how they raise boys and how they raise girls. Most people raise boys. No, most just being facts. I don't give a fuck what's right. I'm just stating the fact. We're not telling no boy, hey, no man telling them, you need to wait till you get married till you have sex. Ain't no man.
Who says a girl needs to wait till she married to have sex?
That's how men present it to the women and girls. I'm not saying this, but that's just how they did it. Or no. I mean,
You're trying to go to a far extreme to prove your point, and that's not it. I think the problem is that the men that have an issue with what Dwyane Wade is doing. They have an issue with it because they have an issue with homosexuality.
And that's how you feel, and you're entitled to feel that way. I don't have a problem with homosexuality.
Why would you, as Lil Boosie, why would you care what Dwyane Wade and his first son, now daughter, what happened to his dick? Why?
See, it's not the fact that somebody don't care. See, it's bigger than caring. It's the fact that this is a black man with, just like you saying, it's like saying, why would we care about Charles Barkley saying we should be able to talk about Kobe Bryant rape case?
Charles Barkley is an adult. He is an adult.
No, we're not talking about adults and kids. You said why should we care about how Charles Barkley feels about us talking about Kobe Bryant? It's the same thing. Why should we care about Dwyane Wade? What Dwyane Wade wants to do with his kid and his family?
Absolutely not the same thing at all. What are you talking about? You're talking about a child.
We're talking about Dwyane Wade. You're trying to fix. I don't care about right or wrong. I'm telling you now. You
can't compare Charles Barkley, a loudmouth piece of shit, talking about Kobe, to Dwyane Wade publicly talking about his daughter, who used to be.
No, we're talking about why Boosie cares. You said why Boosie.
Why does Boosie care?
Because Dwyane Wade is a fucking celebrity. Everything.
So what? He's talking about his son.
Miko.
According to you guys, because Boosie has because it's an issue, Dwyane Wade should have said to his son, "No, you're a man. You're a boy. You're going to, as long as you're under my roof, you're gonna be a man." Is that what you think?
No, there you go, being a woman.
I'm asking you a question.
No, that's not. No.
So let me finish. So you're saying he should not have done that. You don't think that Dwyane Wade, you're fine with Dwyane Wade allowing his 12-year-old son to become a woman. You're fine with that.
No, I don't agree with that.
And there it is right there.
No,
that's what the real issue is.
Me agreeing with it has no. Me agreeing with it or not has no. Me agreeing with it not doesn't matter. That's not the premise of the conversation. That don't matter. It's not about whether I agree with it or not. Because me agreeing with it not has no bearing on what Charles Barkley said and what Boosie said. That has no. We're strict. I'm strictly saying that you said, why should Boosie care? Why should anybody care what anybody does? No, and that's
with
what
their children.
I'm saying
children.
Okay, however you want to word it. Children, no children. But why should anyone care what anyone does, period?
If Dwyane Wade was talking about something about himself as an adult, and Boosie was like, I don't like that. But Dwyane Wade is talking about raising his children in the way that he feels is right. I'm pretty sure, this is just my opinion. I think about black men. I have a black husband, kind of. And I think about black men and how they like say things like the stuff that Kevin Hart said, I'll beat the gay out of you, all that kind of stuff. It seems like not just black men either. I'm not going to just say it's a black thing. Men in general have an issue if their son is gay. We know that, right? That's a big thing. The majority of men would have a problem with their son being gay, straight men. okay? I'm thinking in my mind, whenever Dwyane Wade even saw moments where he was like, damn, because I told Brent years ago when I was watching them on the little YouTube channels, all stuff, I used to say to him, yo, I think one of Dwyane Wade's sons is gay. And he was like, why you say that? I said, it's just something about his mannerism. This was probably when this kid was probably like 6 or 7 years old. I said this. And Brent was like, how could you just see that? And I said, I can see that he's gay. He's feminine. Like, it's something about him, you know? And I just never, you know, said anything else about it. But now seeing this, I could imagine Dwyane Wade being upset that his son was gay. Because a lot of men are like, they feel like, oh, if my son is gay, then I did something wrong, or I raised him wrong, or something like that. And I think that it's brave. I think that it's honorable to, as a man, Dwyane Wade comes off very a manly man to accept your son to want to be a woman and to go public as big as a celebrity as he is and as controversial as it is, to go forward and stand with your child as opposed to like hiding them, ducking them off, not putting them in the public eye, keeping it a secret, you know, being okay with it but not putting it out there. I think he should be applauded, whether you agree with homosexuality or transgender, any of those LGBTQ pluses. I just feel like we, at some point, we have to come to the understanding that niggas is gay. People are gay out here. You know what I'm saying? Born that way, decided to be that way, changed because of diet or surroundings. However it took place, it's here. They're here. They're queer. Get used to it. Remember that shit? I just think that we would be better off not touching anything that has to do with anybody's children. Period. That's just me as a mother. That's where I stand on it.
And I understand that. And that makes perfect sense. All that makes perfect sense. And I feel like that would all be cool. If you don't want nobody talking about it, keep it private.
Well, no, I think that you want people to talk about it. I think
that's what I'm saying.
It probably gave a lot of black men who probably beat their kid for being gay, and you see Dwyane Wade proudly saying, you know what, shit, this could be anybody's kid. And I want you to know that it's okay to allow your kid, if your kid comes to you and says, I feel like I was born in the wrong body, I don't know what it feels like to be born. Sometimes I used to think to myself, like, damn, I feel like I was supposed to be a man because I have such an alpha female mentality. I'm very, you know, just dominant, you know, and that's just, I started to realize I wasn't supposed to be a nigga. I'm just a girl. I'm just an aggressive female that has a lot to say and that don't take no shit. And that's men were allowed to speak and have balls and to disagree with people boldly and to be and that's seen as like, oh yeah, he's aggressive, he's strong. When a woman does it, or she's mouthy, or she needs to stay in her place. I just think a lot of stereotypes are changing now, and we just got to get with it.
I mean, it's up to you how you want to live in this world. I mean, that is true. It is up to you.
How do you feel? Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
I mean, it's up to you how you want to live in this world. Like I said, it's not a right or wrong to me. It's just living, and it's just rather if I agree with it, it's not something that I would agree with it. You know, in my perspective, I'm cool. I don't disrespect or talk down or nothing of that nature. But that's just something I don't know. It's just difficult for me.
When I heard Boosie say that about getting his son some pussy at 14, me personally, I was like, what a fucking idiot. Like that, like, why do you need to get your son some pussy? But it's not my business. You know what I mean? I don't think that it's going to affect my life whatsoever. My job, I got one shot at this parenting thing. I got one. Boosie got hella. You know what I'm saying? I got one shot at this, and I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities, and I'm not really going to give a fuck what anybody else has to say at the end of the day. I might take advice from people. I might even ask for advice, might not take it. But I just feel like there's certain things as parents we have to just shut up. And then did you find the article? Because I ain't seen nothing where Dwyane Wade said anything about cutting a 12-year-old dick off. I haven't seen it. And I feel like Boosie just came out of nowhere with this. I don't know. Am I tripping? Did you find it?
I'm looking. I'm reading the first article now.
I don't think he said. And even if he did allow this child to do this surgery or whatever, that's whatever happens. If the kid is 16 and says, "Damn, I want my dick back," what's gonna change in Boosie's life? Huh? What?
Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, we can say that about, that's why I told you, I prefaced it. We can say that about anything and anything a person
You can, but you shouldn't say it about children. That's the thing. Kids should be off limits, in my opinion. Like, that's just how I feel.
Again,
like,
he wasn't talking about the kid in a negative light. He didn't say anything negative about the kid at all. It was his strictly, again, we can say, if his comments, if we can say, his comments were misguided.
You did say something negative. He said that that's a boy, and that child doesn't feel like a boy. That's negative.
God, that's not saying nothing negative. He is
that's
a boy.
Negative. He doesn't feel like a boy.
Right,
you have to understand that's how they feel.
That's something he don't agree with, but he ain't lied. Boosie ain't lied. He came out to coochie a boy. What words a lie? See, that's what I'm saying. Now he like stop. No, he ain't saying nothing wrong. That dude, the motherfucker's a boy. He came out. He ain't saying no. He ain't say nothing negative. Gay shit get too sensitive. That's why he didn't say nothing negative about the motherfucking boy. Just based on what he said, if Dwyane Wade talked about cutting this motherfucking shit off when he was a kid, he felt like that was wrong. Now, he was wrong. If Dwyane Wade didn't say nothing to that shit, or didn't say nothing of that magnitude, he was wrong for mentioning that shit or starting that rumor or that buzz. But us basically strictly talking, he said nothing negative about the child. He just said that the child is too.
You know when he was wrong? You know when he was wrong? He was wrong as soon as he did this and started talking.
Man, whatever. That's what y'all know. Nigga, Dwyane Wade was wrong as soon as they put their business out there. Their kid said that they wanted to be this and talk about. Once you put your shit out there to the public, it's out there to the public. They can talk about it.
You can have an opinion. Yeah, you can have an opinion.
That's it.
I'm just speaking on the way his opinion, it was negative. It was completely negative. It was hateful. It was very homophobic. And it was wrong, okay? It was wrong. I don't care how you want to slice it up. It was wrong.
Well, man, I disagree. I don't know, man. I said no issue. I don't know. I have no issue with what he said. I feel like he didn't attack the kid. He didn't say there was something wrong with the kid being gay. He just said he was strictly speaking on cutting this shit out, saying the kid ain't old enough to make that decision. He might decide he wants some pussy when he get older. Don't cut his dick out. That's all he was saying.
Nobody has shown me anything. I did a little research myself. I have seen nothing of Dwyane Wade saying the 12-year-old dick was getting cut off. Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So
why did you pick up your phone if you haven't seen this? Why?
We don't know what he's seen. I don't know. We just discussing it and talking about it. And I'm not going to attack Boosie. If he can say he's wrong.
You just defended Boosie. Where Boosie from, Hustle? Where Boosie from?
Baton Rouge.
From Baton Rouge?
Yeah. Oh, he got nice. At Southern, he got more spring break. Little baby, the baby, it's going down.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just keeping it real, man. I don't care about a person being gay or not. I thought if he said that, shit.
I think we should just be proud. I think that we should be proud because we've seen so many times parents beating their children. We've seen children getting beat by siblings, by friends, by enemies at school, bullies, and everything for their sexual preferences. And to see a man in his situation proudly accepting his son's choices. And I know that a lot of people are just like, oh, the gay shit is just pushed on the Black community. And I agree with that. I do believe that there's a gay agenda in a lot of things with the Black culture. I do feel that. But my thing is, at the end of the day, this nigga, get off the phone.
No,
I feel like at the end of the day, we have to just allow people to be themselves, because if we don't, what we gonna do? Just hate each other? And you know what? As women, we have the power. You know, I think women have an opportunity to just say, you know what, fuck men, fuck y'all. Just don't even make no more men no more. When you get pregnant, women, if it's a boy, let's just kill him like they do in China and just repopulate with number of females, because y'all getting on my nerves.
I'm just telling you, man, I love my women, man.
We just need y'all for sperm. We just need to, like, hold all of y'all hostage and beat y'all dick and make y'all come and get a whole bunch of nut and freeze it and just have endless amounts of nut, kill all y'all off, and only use y'all nut to reproduce female offspring.
And and it'll be number 50. Even if y'all have one, y'all make all the men gay. Shit.
No, we don't need to make them gay. We just don't really need as many men as we have. Y'all not useful. Y'all destroying our lives anyway.
But you want to get mad at Boosie coming in. Yeah.
I'm just talking shit.
I know.
Man, let's get out of here, man. We've been on long enough. God damn it.
Bro, it's your fault when it comes to this time shit.
No,
you try to push a nigga button, say some bullshit.
I like pushing your buttons. Especially when it comes to gay stuff. I already know you low-key homophobic. On the lowest of keys. You know, I would wonder how you would feel if you had a son and he was gay.
One of my biggest fears is my son growing up and being gay.
You would blame yourself, wouldn't you? You'd be like, what did I do wrong?
I would be in the state. I'd probably start doing crack.
That's crazy.
Keeping it real.
Love your children. Love your children no matter what they decide to put in their booty hole, okay?
Oh my God, I feel like it came from something.
I'm not listening to you.
That's why we gotta have another conversation. See what I'm saying? Like, don't start.
You know what? I wasn't even gonna talk about that in this episode. You the one that sent me to the Boosie video. And that's how I knew you wanted to talk. I said, oh God, this nigga wanna talk about this Boosie shit. Well, I know we don't agree. We gonna fucking argue about it.
You got mad too. I thought, oh,
yeah, when you said that, you could tell I was salty. I was like, man. Said, nigga, what time you trying to record? Because I already knew what the vibe was.
Yeah. When you coming home, yo?
I'm here all week. I got to go to St. Louis to see my sister for her 50th
say hello. Ask her, can I come?
I will ask her. So I'm leaving here from Colorado, going straight to St. Louis to see my sister, and I might stop somewhere else before I head back to Florida. I don't want to say where just yet, but yes.
Will I get to know where?
Yeah, I'll tell you off the air. But I wanted to say something. You know, I'm feeling much better about it. I lost a really good friend of mine yesterday, Jenny. She lost her battle with cancer. I met Jenny in 2013 when I moved to South Florida. She was a real estate agent, and Kim, her best friend, was my realtor. So Jenny and I got really close. We became really good friends. She used to come over every Saturday with all the football wives. I used to have the wives over sampling my food. Like, I used to just have them over and just cooking up all types of shit, just getting their opinion. Because back then, even, I was wanting to write a cookbook, but it was not vegan, of course. But Jenny used to come over and eat all my food. She said everything was always amazing. And then the groups would end up splitting up. Like, the drinkers would be inside and the smokers would be outside. And she would always come outside and be like, you guys got to stop smoking this marijuana. It's not good for you. And blah, blah. She used to just give us these little moms. I eventually got her to smoke some weed one day. And then when she found out, first of all, she lost her sister to cancer 2 years before she was diagnosed. And so that was tough for her family, tough for her. And then when she was diagnosed, I was just like, oh my God, it was really sad. And you know, and I feel like I did the best that I could to be a friend to her, to give her advice. I donated money to help her get all the medical attention she needed. I talked to her about going vegan. And she eventually, her doctor prescribed CBD and marijuana for her. She was, you know, she came to me and she was like, Miko, there's a lot of stuff you was telling me about marijuana. You were right. I did a lot of research It was a really good drug, like, you know, and she fought and she beat it. She had no cancer in 2017. We had a big ass party, Havana Nights party for her. It was so fun. You know, she just looked amazing and everything. And then it just came back, and it, you know, and it just was too aggressive. And she fought. Yeah, she fought for a very long time. She fought hard. Her parents did everything they could do. I know from speaking to some of the friends that her parents are, you know, feeling a little guilty, like they should have done more. If they ever hear this, I want them to know, I know that you guys did everything you could. I know everything she tried. I talked to her about everything. She was going to lengths, trying things, flying to different doctors, doing everything, and her parents was there every step of the way. And I hope that they don't feel any guilt, because I've heard that they may have some guilt, and I hope that they don't feel that way. I think that they tried everything, and sometimes you just lose that battle, and that's just how it is. And we lost she's an amazing spirit. Her just being in her presence, like, I never even heard her yell at anybody before. I never seen her angry. Like, she's seen me. We go out to bars and we used to get drunk and shit would be happening, people doing dumb shit, and I'd be ready to slap a bitch, and Jenny would be like, no, Miko, no. She had the softest little voice, and she would always just talking to me. She would just calm me down out of like situations where I was get real pissed off about just shit that was going on, and she was just always a light, you know. And I'm just sad that light is out now, and I'm just gonna do my best to just try to be a light, try to be like Jenny. Jenny was a light. She was positive. She was happy. Everybody liked her. I don't know anybody that didn't like her. She was just an amazing person.
R.I.P. Jenny.
R.I.P. to my nigga Jenny, man.
We got to value life, period, and value and people in our life, like you said.
Yes.
That's why I be telling you I'm thankful. You my nigga all the time, because shit,
I'm thankful for you too. I
you
really
let
am.
people know, for real. Like, ain't no, and
Yeah.
you don't wait till they gone. You have to read and talk about them on social media, where you can tell them when they're here.
Yeah, and not too. I want to say maybe a little less than 2 months ago was the last time I saw her. I wanted to go visit her, but her family didn't want. There was a lot of traffic. She's in Cleveland, at a hospital and stuff, and a lot of traffic was happening. And I guess because I wasn't a friend long enough, I want to say, I wasn't able to visit. And I respected those decisions that was made by her family, because she was getting overwhelmed and tired a lot. And then they said that she was losing her memory and maybe wouldn't even remember me, because we'd only been friends about 7 years. And so Kim, being the G that she is, a motherfucking G, she went to visit her for me, because Kim was allowed to come and go as she pleased, because she's been friends with her longer. And she FaceTimed her for me. And Kim was like, hey, she might not remember you. I'm just going to let you know that right now. She doesn't remember a lot of people, a lot of things. She confuses Kim sometimes with somebody else. And so when she got on the phone, she remembered me. Like yes. Yes. She brought up just moments that we had, jokes that we had. And I was like just being a G, trying not to cry, because she wasn't crying. You know, it was just like, that was the last time I saw her. And I was just happy that she remembered me. And that just made me feel like that our friendship was important to her and memorable, that she remembered me even in the time where she was losing memory of a lot of things. So I'm just happy. And I'm going to try. The first day I got here, I was no good. I couldn't have fun. I couldn't enjoy my vacation. I felt bad because, you know, Brent and Aiden, they came for vacation. They didn't come for misery, you know, for me to be sad and everything. So I'm just trying to be a light this whole time and just be happy, that she's out of pain, because she was in a lot of pain. It was a lot for her and what she was doing. And she, like I said, when you're trying everything, you're putting your body through a lot of stuff. And she tried really hard to live, and it just took her down. So fuck cancer. Fuck you, bitch.
Motherfucker.
Yes. We gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at you. All right. All right. Thank you for joining me for episode 203 of the iHeartMiko podcast. I really appreciate you guys. I just want to end the podcast by saying, that sometimes we lose friends for good reason. Sometimes people are pieces of shit and you should end their friendships. And sometimes you have people in your life that you get rid of or for whatever reason and you shouldn't have. And I just want to encourage everybody to evaluate every friendship you have and make sure that the people that you truly, truly love that have possibly made mistakes in your life and done wrong, but they're good people to their core, that you forgive them, because once they're gone, and you can't take it back. You can't say, you know what, I'm sorry that I wasn't your friend for that long. And it's just hard when you lose people and you didn't get to say things that you wanted to say to them before they passed. So forgive those that deserve to be forgiven sometimes. It will matter. It's important. And that's what I'm taking out of my friend passing. There are some people that I have shut out of my life that I really fucking hated because of some things that they did. And I have to learn myself that everybody's not perfect, that people are going to make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes. I've hurt friends that have gotten rid of me as well, and I just feel like it's an opportunity for me now to just be open to some friendships that I severed because of the way people treated me. Because I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what, this person, that person, I would feel bad if I never got to say another word to them before they passed away. So just think about it, Doesn't mean every single person needs to be in your life. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm pretty sure we all have some people that we haven't forgiven or some things that we probably should forgive them for. So just be a little more forgiving and be more loving and always be a light.
Got me body waiting. I think about you all the